Are they amazing or what? Are they amazing? Good morning, spiritual family. Hi. We thank all of you for braving the cold, frigid weather and making it here to the sanctuary with us today. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody online who is joining with us today as well. We are truly blessed to be together here at Unity of Charlottesville on this Sunday before Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is Saturday. So we get to celebrate love all week long, okay? With everybody, everything, beings, dogs, whatever, you know? So and agape love, big love, God's love, right? Universal love, whatever word you like, divine love. But snow love. You know, if you want to see a silver lining, just check out this area through the window. This is a silver lining to what we've been experiencing. There is not a footprint on that snow, and it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So anyway, you can express love in very minimum ways. You know that. Paying it forward, what was that big thing? Random acts of kindness. Remember that phase we all went through? Smile at someone during the week. Open a door for somebody. Just be kind to people that we come in contact with from our hearts, as we always do. And let's show our community and wherever you might be traveling that Unity of Charlottesville is about love. Okay? Do we have an agreement? Amen. Have you seen the Buddhist monks? Yeah. Yeah. To me, they are a shining example of agape love. So, Unity of Charlottesville welcomes everyone, no matter what your gender identity is, your sexual orientation is, your race, ethnicity, nationality, creed, religion, disability, political affiliation, or economic status. We welcome everyone. And I welcome myself as your celebration assistant. We welcome our guest speaker, Terry Atwater, is with us today. Yay. We love Terry. And our music director, Blair Jones, is here. And the Unity of Charlottesville band that you heard playing so beautifully as you came in. And our praise singers. So, without further ado, we will start with song.
The thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life.
If you ask me, what am I? I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined, 'cause
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life.
Hear the audience sing.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life.
For Johnny Clark.
I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined.
Everybody sing with us.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Good job, everybody. And now we have our beloved buddy. Let's give him some Unity of Charlottesville love. He's going to share a prayer with us.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's take a great, big, deep, cleansing breath. And we do this with the awareness that we are loved beyond belief by the Most High, the Creator of the universe, by whatever name we choose to call it. We are awareness of the holiness that we are. Beloved children of the Most High. And we give thanks this morning for the opportunity to be together, whether it is in person here in the sanctuary or online. For in truth we are one. There is no separation in time and space. We are the one, joined with the one, joined with each other. We give thanks for the inspirations that we will receive this morning from Terry's message, from the music, lyrics that inspire us to carry what we learn, what is ours to do, into our daily lives as we go forth from this service today, to be lights to the world, for that is the truth of what we are. We know this to be the truth, and we give thanks that it is so. And so it is, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, buddy. And let's now say together our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. And now we will say together our minister affirmation. We are open and receptive to the right and perfect unity minister to accept our invitation to lead, serve, and guide Unity of Charlottesville into our next phase of vibrant ministry. We see this process unfolding with ease, grace, wisdom, and understanding, all in divine timing. We give thanks that it is so and release this prayer to the universe in the name and after the nature of the Christ within. And it's that time. Let's stand up and greet our neighbor with a hug, a handshake, a wave, whatever your preference. Maybe meet someone you haven't met before. Roam the hall, whatever you'd like. Here we go. Leap over the aisles.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Okay, good job, everyone. Woo! Everybody's getting their hug quotas met, their love quotas. Just warming up. You have more hospitality today to continue the love. So we have opportunities for transformation. We have our Earth Care team meeting today. All are welcome in the large classroom downstairs at 12:30, and that's with Peter. Peter's not here. He's downstairs. He's probably preparing for the meeting. And our beloved Bob Buzz is retiring. Everyone, Bob, wherever you are, Bob, we love you. Wave to the camera, everyone. It's in the back. That's I don't know how many years. It's 30 or more. If Bob were here, I was here, I'd ask him. Bob, maybe you can call in. So that celebration will be on Sunday, February 15th, right after the service downstairs. Yay. And we have Spiritual Explorers, second Saturday of each month on Zoom, 10 to 12. For more information, you can contact Ginger at v.collier@earthlink.net. Prosperity meeting. All right. We are prosperous. A prosperity meeting will be held on Sunday, February 22nd after the service here in the sanctuary. All are welcome to hear the presentation. No vote is required at this one. So everybody's welcome. Even if it was something we had to vote on, everyone would still be welcome, but only official members would be able to vote. So everyone's welcome. That's the bottom line. La da da's and Danny Schmidt. Blair's going to tell you about this.
Yeah, we're so excited because we're going to be sharing this stage with Danny Schmidt for the Songmaker series on, what's the date? February the 28th, right? Right, the last day of the month. And the La da da's, in case you haven't heard us before, is me and Mary Gordon Hall and Betty Jo Taylor. And we've sung here for some things before. You've probably heard Betty Jo at Christmas time do some solos. And anyway, we're very excited. It's going to be a lovely concert. These concerts are so heartwarming. We'll do a set, and Danny will do a set. And this is actually going to be our CD release. So we'll have this new CD, the La da da's. It's called Weaving a Chord. Isn't that cute little play on words? Weaving a chord. And so we'll have those CDs here for sale that night, and I'm sure Danny will too. Have his CDs.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it's a CD launch, right? It's a CD launch.
We're being kind of low key about that, but that's really we're going to do it. We're going to release it that day.
You're not going to have 10,000 copies
No,
available?
we'll have copies, but we won't have a cast of thousands, or we won't have a horn section.
Okay, so there is a new meditation group starting, days and times to be decided. So you want to connect with Stephen Tavares. Does everyone know who Stephen is? Yeah. If you're interested in joining his new meditation group, I guess he's going to be the team leader, so to speak, and check the recent newsletter to choose your ideal days and times, okay? If anybody's interested in that. All right, let's share our mission statement together. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. Let's sing. See your face, I see God's
I shine the light.
Shine it, come on. Just shine it. Yes, that's what we're about.
I am the radiant light of God. I shine the light of love. I am a radiant light of God. I shine the light of love.
Love.
I am a radiant light of God. I shine the light of love.
Good job, everybody. Thank you, Rhonda. So now, I have the pleasure of introducing the man with the voice. The voice, from the first moment I heard him speak, I have just been so enamored of. He was a radio announcer, correct? How long? And TV? For Kevin, how many years? 18 years. And a Course in Miracles teacher for how long? Over 30 years. Over 30 years. So were you teaching your folks in the news business or the radio business, the Course in Miracles at the time? Not exactly. Come on up, Terry. Let's give him a hand.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Isn't it great to be here in our own sanctuary again? I mean, Zoom has its place. And by the way, to those of you who are online, thanks for being with us. But there's nothing like being right here in this wonderful place, in this lovely spiritual center of light, Unity of Charlottesville. And if you've not been here before, we invite you to do so. We're just down from the Albemarle High School on Hydraulic Road. Come and join us. This wonderful spiritual center of light is available to anyone, regardless of race, color, nationality, gender, political persuasion, as we heard before. So, I hope that you are feeling great today. I'm feeling super. Are you feeling super? After all, it is Super Sunday, right? Yes. And we have the New England Patriots. And who's the other team? The Seattle Seahawks going at it later on this afternoon in Super Bowl 60 in sunny Santa Clara, California. How many of you all are for the New England Patriots? Raise your hand. I want to see you, okay? And how many of you are for the Seattle Seahawks? All right, it looks like it's kind of like an even split. You know, one thing I noticed is that it seems as though the majority of those who raised their hands or are more reactive were the men, more so than the women. But I'm sure we have women fans of the sport of football. However you feel this morning, whether it's super or whether it's somber, I hope that something that I share with you this morning will help to inspire you and encourage you to accept your spiritual identity and to accept it and embrace your spirituality with more confidence and consciously and consistently knowing that your spiritual identity is what you really need to be anchored in and grounded in right here and right now. You know why? We're living in crazy times. Would you not agree? There's craziness all over the place. Insanity seems to rule. You know, we're against each other. We're angry, uptight. There's a lot of hostility and frustration, a lot of polarization. This is why I chose the theme that I want to share with you this morning. Because now more than ever, we need to be grounded and anchored in the truth of who we are spiritually. So the theme is living spiritually. A checkup from the neck up. Now that might seem strange to you, but it's a figure of speech, by the way. I'm not a psychologist, and I'm certainly not a physician. But you know, don't we all need to check up from time to time? Don't we get a great spiritual neck up, check up from the neck up here at Unity of Charlottesville every Sunday? I know I do. From the moment I set foot in Unity of Charlottesville, I'm getting a checkup. I'm greeted warmly, acknowledged for who I am spiritually, and reminded, that all is well. I'm getting a checkup because I realize that when we say our statement of faith, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God the good, omnipotent, right? And then I'm reminded that the light of God is surrounding and enfolding me. And at the end, we have the peace song, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. How about that? These are checkups for me. I use the word checkup because I'm sharing with you from my own experience what works for me. If this does not work for you, fine, just dismiss it, let it go. I'm sharing with you lovingly the things that have helped me to stay on course. And even in dire times, challenging times, times that seem to be dark and dreary, there are checkups that we can do. And I'll share them with you. There are 3 of them that can bring you back on course, can help you remember that you are the light of the world. And so, where should we begin? With a checkup from the neck up. Living spiritually begins with knowing who we are. Know thyself, is what the ancient mystics and spiritual teachers tell us. That is the goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose. Know thyself. I am that I am. The Vedantas. Do you know who you are? That is where we must start. Knowing who we are spiritually helps us to stay on course, especially right now. Because there are people who will tell you who you are. Do you know that? Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, right here. Have you ever been asked the question, who do you think you are? Just who do you think you are? You might respond or recoil with a sense of defensiveness or with civilness in mind. You might state who you are, and who knows? But the important thing is for you to know who you are so that when times like these arise, you know who and where you are, what you are, and how to live spiritually and respond in a spiritual way. Now, I have some ideas of who I am. I'm not going to tell you who you are. I think you know who you are in many different facets of who you are. But this morning, spiritually, I want to remind you who you are so that you can know who you are and come from that spiritual point of reference. I am that I am. You've heard that said before. And we are one with the great I am. The founders of Unity were Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, and Charles Fillmore actually came out with a metaphysical Bible dictionary. Did you know that? And in his metaphysical Bible dictionary, he defines what the I am is. So here's what he says under I am is God's name in man. It is the indwelling Christ, the true spiritual man whom God made in his image and likeness. The other manifest man is the offspring of the I am, or inner spiritual man. And then he goes on to say, the I am always assures us that the preponderance of power is with the spiritual. Fear throws dust in our eyes and hides the mighty spiritual forces that are always with us. Blessed are those who deny ignorance and fear and affirm the presence and power of the I am. So knowing who I am, knowing who you are, is a checkup from the neck up. Whenever the fears and the anxieties of the world and the depression and suppression and anger gets to you, just remember who you are and know that you are greater than whatever the seeming problem or perplexity is. I can tell you that I have some ideas of who I am, and as many of you all know, as was mentioned earlier, I facilitate a Course in Miracles study group on Tuesday nights from 7 to 8:30 over in the Fillmore House. A shameless plug. But if you want to really get in on spiritual mind training, it is an opportunity, and of course there's only one in the universal curriculum for helping us to stay on course and stay on track and to realize who we are spiritually. So here are some affirmations. We in Unity are very high on spiritual affirmations, and these are from A Course in Miracles. So I'd like to share them with you. If you do not know who you are, Spirit am I, a holy Son of God, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole. Can we say that together? Spirit am I, a holy Son of God, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole. Here's another. Let me remember I am one with God, at one with all my brothers and myself, in everlasting holiness and peace. I like that affirmation. And then there's this one I think Rita will probably appreciate because, when George was around, George Robinson, he would always mention this verse, and a tear would sometimes come to his eye because he knew the profundity of knowing the truth of who he was. And he demonstrated that wonderfully. And the verse or statement from A Course in Miracles is, God is but love, and therefore, so am I. Let's take that one together. God is but love, and therefore, so am I. And the last one is, I am one self, united with my Creator, and one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and peace. So affirmations are great, but how do we stay on track? How do we know who we are? How do we keep that inner awareness? Well, there are ways of doing that. And the checkup, first of all, is to know who you are. Secondly, it's to remind ourselves at any point in time that we are one with the presence and the power and one presence that we talk about in Unity. So the second one is to align our minds with the truth of who we are spiritually. And what does that mean? Align or tune our minds to who we are spiritually. You see, our minds are not our brains. Our minds are the activating agent of who we can be spiritually. Did you know that your mind is always going, and going? And where your mind goes is where your energy flows? Have you heard that in Unity? Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. That's right. I might ask you this question right now. And what time is it? The time at the tone is a little bit after 11:05. Do you know where your mind is? Remember that old commercial? Do you know where your child is? Do you know where your mind is? That's the second checkup from the neck up, knowing where we are in our minds. If you're thinking negativity, fear, doubt, then you are thinking in the wrong way, because our mind can help us to think from another different level, from the frequency of love and joy and light and peace and power. Did you know that? And you have the means of tuning it in. The question is, where are you tuning your mind? Is your mind tuned in to thoughts of fear or to the reality of love? It's all up to us to choose which way our mind goes. Now, the difference between our perceptual nature and our mind is that our perceptual nature focuses on things outside of us. And, that's not a problem. We can always register, measure, look at things that are happening outside of us. And it's kind of like a thermometer. It kind of registers all the degrees and all the shades of black and white and good and bad or whatnot in the world. But we have the power within ourselves to set the thermostat of our minds. You know the difference? A thermostat measures the outer, or the thermometer measures the outer. The thermostat can be set to a certain point if we choose to set it that way. Let me give you an example. Someone this morning, I don't know who it was a buddy, came here and set the thermostat. That's right. And isn't it to know, right now, I could look at my watch and probably tell you that it's sub-freezing outside. It's probably less than 30 degrees. It's cold, folks. But isn't it nice to be in the warmth and the security of Unity of Charlottesville this morning? Someone set the thermostat. If they didn't set this thermostat, then we'd be cold. What is my point? My point is that you have access to your mind. You can set your thermostat mentally to the truth of who you are spiritually. So I have to ask myself all the time, where am I setting the thermostat? Am I living from the reality of my spiritual being? Is my mind attuned to the frequency of love and joy and peace and oneness? Or is it attuned to something else? You know, when I was in the broadcasting business, we used to have a thing called station identification. And according to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, I don't think they require it anymore. At the top and bottom of each hour, you would have to give the station identification, call letters and location. You know, WINA, Charlottesville. I used to work at WINA. Well, each time, at the top and bottom of the hour, you can do that. But you know, the checkup for me is doing it every moment to realize that I am who I am, and my mind is attuned to WGOD as opposed to WEGO. Now, let me tell you, WEGO is kind of scratchy and distorted, and, you know, really it's kind of hard to hear, but, you know, just takes your attention and your peace away. And then there's WGOD, high fidelity, stereophonic, wonderful, peaceful, loving, if we can tune in to that frequency and know who we are. But it's all in our mind and how we change and direct our mind. Our mind is our doorway to going within. You know, Jesus is my spiritual master teacher, but there are many master teachers, and practically all of them agree on one thing, that it is within that we must go to live spiritually, to know who we are, and to allow our minds to activate and know the truth of who we are. Because it is from within our hearts and our minds and our thoughts and emotions that everything in the outer experience results. By the way, if you think I'm sharing something new with you, I'm not. These checkups from the neck-ups are basic Unity principles. And I would suggest, you know, if you're not familiar with the basic 5 Unity principles, there's a calling card out in the Northex. You can pick it up and it will state the 5 basic principles. What I'm sharing with you is what works for me based on some of those principles. But the idea is that Charles and Myrtle Fillmore and another gentleman by Eric Butterworth, a very prominent metaphysical poet and spiritual teacher, their focus is on the within. So Eric Butterworth says, so within is really where it's at. For what is the level of choice and creativity but within? Or as Neil Donald Walsh would say, if you're not going if you're not going within, you're going without. So within is really where it begins in our living spiritually, coming from a spiritual point of reference. And don't forget that you have the power to change the thermostat. You can change the way that you think. What did we sing this morning? I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I can determine which way my life goes if I understand that. Checking up on that is key for me. checking where my thoughts are, where my mind is going, and being sure that it's tuned to the right frequency of love and joy and peace. And the third checkup from the neck up is the realization that we are one and that we have to share our spiritual identity with each other. Sharing our spiritual identity with each other means simply that we recognize who we are spiritually, and we see them with the eyes of Christ, witnessing from a spiritual perspective. Unity helps us to realize that. It acknowledges, that we can look beyond the physical, beyond the perceptual world, and realize where true peace lies. And true peace lies within us. Now, when I'm not sharing with you with A Course in Miracles or doing other things, my livelihood is as a blood banking account manager. Some people call me the friendly local vampire because I am out for blood. I go out to corporations, businesses, churches, high schools, military installations, wherever I can to get them to roll up their sleeves and give the gift of life. And sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But that's how we get blood into the area hospitals, so that doctors can perform their medical procedures. And that's what I do day in and day out. I'm called a regional account manager for collections operations. And so we do a lot of collecting. I have a blood drive going on right now at Henley Middle School. Can you imagine that? People don't realize that blood drives continue continuously. The reason I bring that up is because if you go to a blood drive, I don't know how many of you all have ever donated blood. Actually, you are required to go through what we call a mini physical. And we check for things like your blood pressure, your pulse, your temperature, your iron. All of those things have to be right on. We have you we answer a few questions about your medical history, what medications you're taking. And then if you're okay on all of those categories, then you get to donate blood. What's the point? Only after our minds are attuned, check number one, knowing who we are, that's another check. And then we are ready and capable of sharing our spiritual awareness and wisdom with our brothers and sisters. And we do that right here in Unity at Charlottesville. And by the way, you can do it right now. You don't have to wait for something to happen or wait on someone or something. Share your love and your light and your joy, just as we did this morning when we embraced each other and acknowledged our oneness together. That is a reminder of who we are and what we are. So it's very simple. The checkup from the neck up is knowing who we are, reminding our minds, letting our minds stay attuned and on the right frequency to reverberate, to radiate, to reflect, to resonate the truth of who we are spiritually. If our minds are on the right frequency, then we will actually live better, we'll feel better, we'll negate the negative influences in the world. So the reality is that we are spirit. And as we come from a spiritual point of reference, we don't have to worry about battling the things in the world. There's a line in A Course in Miracles that says, if you are striving for peace anywhere in this world, you are belittling yourself and blinding yourself to glory. What that means is you will not find peace in this world. If you're looking at it from the outer perspective of trying to find it, you're not going to find it. The peace is within you. The peace of God is our goal, and the peace is within us. But it is within us that we search and we know the peace, not outside of us. If we seek outside of ourselves, we are denying the glory and the power and the greatness that resides within us. So just know that these things that I'm sharing with you today are not Terry Atwater. They are age-old gems of wisdom. That's right. Spirit, mind, body. Spirit is the life. Mind is the builder. The physical outer expression is the result. Have you heard that before? There is only one power and one presence. The light of God surrounds us. Peace begins within us. There's another way I can remind you that this is not just Terry Atwater and not just age-old sayings. Did you know a guy by the name of Nikola Tesla? He's a great physicist and a great inventor. And he said, if you really want to know the secrets of the universe, you need to think in terms of three things. Do you know what those things are? It might surprise you. It might remind you of what we're talking about today. If you really want to know the secrets of the universe, you must think in terms of three things: energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy is what? The one power and the one presence. God, the good, omnipotent. That one energy is all there is. That one energy is what we connect with to know ourselves, to know who we are. What is the frequency? Is the mind tuned in to the frequency of truth and love and joy and peace? Are we resonating with the reality of who we are? And what is the vibration? Once we are connected with knowing who we are and our minds are attuned to spirit, WGOD, then we can vibrate at a level of love and joy and peace. That is what we're doing when we're actually sharing our light and wisdom with the world. You know, the reality of who we are is so apparent that we miss it because we're swept away with all the ideas that the world would have us to believe that we are. But it's very simple. We can know who we are, align our minds with the truth, and share the reality of who we are. A great writer and author, poet William Arthur Ward put it this way: your good is here, accept it. Your joy is near, embrace it. Your power is within, harness it. Your victory is now, claim it. Your freedom is real, declare it. Your abundance is overflowing, share it. Your prosperity is good, receive it. Your problem is purposeful, bless it. Your spirit is divine, free it. Your love is great, give it. Your faith is mighty, use it. Your song is beautiful, sing it. It's a beautiful expression of what our potential is. The only thing I would add to it is now. Now. Not in some distant time or some distant place, but right now, right here and now. We can experience, we can express, we can know who we are and share our light and our love and wisdom with everyone. So, in closing, I would simply ask you, in the immortal words of Morgan Freeman, let's get busy living. Have you heard that? Let's get busy living spiritually from the inside out, realizing that we are as God created us. One of the greatest paradigms that I came upon in my journey, spiritual journey, and that paradigm is implicit in most major religions and most spiritual traditions, is I am as God created me. And not just that, but I am not a miserable sinner. When I discovered that Terry Atwater was not a miserable sinner, because believe it or not, many years I thought I was. I was raised in the Baptist church, not anything wrong with the Baptist church, or in fundamental Christianity. And I was raised to take pride in being a miserable sinner Hey, that was what it is, and someone had to pay the price. The greatest paradigm is the realization that you are not a miserable sinner. You are a holy, radiant, wonderful, awesome extension of a loving Creator. Know that and check yourself on knowing that, and you will live life more spiritually. You will live out the best of your life the rest of your life. Blessings to you all. To the reality of who we are spiritually. So now let's tune in. Let's take a deep breath. In and out. In and out. And I want to start out by encouraging you to relax physically. Let's relax our bodies, starting from the crown of our head. Relax. We talked a lot about neck ups and checkups from the neck up. Relax your neck. Turn it from side to side. Rotate. Relax. Shoulders. Relax. Torso, relax. hips, relax. Legs, relax. Feet, relax. Let your body feel light, and let your body be filled with light. As we remember that we are still as we were created. The body is only a vessel, only an instrument for attuning our minds to the reality of who we are in spirit. So let us begin by recognizing and identifying with the truth of who we are. I am spirit. I am love. I am light. I am joy. I am peace. And with this inner knowing, we realize that anything that happens in the world of time and space and perception cannot intrude upon the reality of who we are. Love, which created us, is who we are. And we stay poised in the realization of our formlessness, our changelessness, our limitlessness, our eternal nature and perfection, who we are. We unify with that realization by allowing our minds to accept, to embrace, to acknowledge our spirituality or our divine identity. So right now, release your mind from all fear, all judgment, all guilt, all anxiety, all those things that are weighing on your mind. Release them now. Let them go. Realize that the journey to God or Spirit is the recognition of the knowledge of where we are always and what we are forever. It is a journey without distance to a goal that has never changed. We set the thermostat of our minds right now to warmth, inclusiveness, light, and joy, despite the perceptions of the world, which would tell us otherwise. We know the truth of your love and your light and your glory within us, Father, Mother God. And we attune and align our minds right now with that realization, knowing that your power and your presence expresses in and through us and as us, and through our minds, we accept that reality. With our minds, we remind ourselves of our divine nature, that whatever is happening outside of us does not have to intrude on the reality and the kingdom within us. And we share the light and the love and the truth of who we are spiritually, lovingly, joyously, knowing that that is our mission. That is why we are here. We are the light of the world. That is our only function. That is why we are here, to witness and behold the Christ in ourselves and in each other. And as we do that, the Spirit of the Lord will speak to us and direct us, guide us and protect us. So let us just take a moment now to reflect on knowing who we are, attuning our minds to the reality of our spiritual identity, and knowing that now is a time that we share and embrace that spirituality in our thoughts, in our words, and our actions. Just a moment to turn within in the silence. And as we leave this sacred space, let us know, Father, Mother God, that we carry it with us. The truth of who we are goes beyond the building. Knowing who we are in spirit, allowing our mind to embrace the reality of who we are, and sharing the light that we are in the world, goes wherever we go. And wherever we go, we know that you are there and that all is well. And so it is. Amen.
I hate to do this, but I have to. I have to break the focus. I can feel the love coming from all of you. Thank you, Terry. That was a perfectly, divinely timed message and meditation. You are truly a karma yogi. For those of you who may not know, karma yogi comes from the yoga and Sanskrit world and just means selfless servant. Terry, you are a selfless servant. Not just to Unity of Charlottesville, but beyond. So thank you. A blessing. Now is the time to give back a portion of all the good, all the love we've received here today. There are many ways to give to Unity of Charlottesville. Online, text to give, darn. Okay. John, you're supposed to remind me. Online, text to give, the U.S. mail, here into our butterfly net. Do we have our butterfly net? Ellen will be coming around with the butterfly net. And now through our very own QR code. Thank you all for your tithes, your tithing of not just your financial means, but your talent and your time. I understand that there were some folks working for Habitat for Humanity yesterday. Were you there too? No. John, how many hours did your group spend there? They started at 9 and ended at 3, and you were building houses? Do you want to say a word? Do you want to say? You were putting flooring down.
Others were doing door stops, tile bars, and window blinds. So we're nearing the completion of 4 units.
4 units.
It should
Wow.
be done in the next 2 weeks.
And they're in Charlottesville?
Yep.
Wow. And there's no experience net needed. And there are more days coming, right?
Yep, 2 more days.
2 more. Do you know the dates? The 13th and the 18th. And the location is? Oh, there's a sign up. There's a sign up in the narthex, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. So let's say our prayer for our tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we have Rhonda with a wonderful song.
She'll be around here on this bed.
I can't get it. Sorry. I can't hear it. It's different than what we did. Is that right? Wake up, lay down the burden. Leave it alone, it's time to move on. Step up with a light heart. Shine it all around, do your part. With a word like a prayer, send it out everywhere, it will grow. And the truth of this force leads us back to the source we all know. Live out the best of your life, as Terry says. Live out the best of your life. Take a chance, reap the reward. It's yours to be had, what you're looking for. Take it up as you go along. No one can say what's right or what's wrong.
With a word like a prayer, send it out everywhere, it will grow. And the truth of this force leads us back to the source we all know. Live out the best of your life. 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 With a word like a prayer, send it out everywhere, it will grow. And the truth of this force leads us back to the source we all know. We all know it. With a word like a prayer, send it out everywhere, it will grow. And the truth of this force leads us back to the source we all know. We all know it. Sing it. Live out the best of your life. 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 Live out the best of your life.
That was Jim Clark on his oversized mandolin.
Jim Colson on it.
By the way, we have Johnny Clark and Grace Maddox are our subs today. And our usual folks are hither and yon doing exciting things. So we're very grateful that they could fill in for Ty and Jim. And of course, we have Blue, as always, the wonderful, faithful drummer. Oh, and
Thank you,
Stevie.
Rhonda.
Stevie will be back next time. Stevie's a little under the weather today.
So, youth ministry, come on down. All right. Walking in the light of God. We can do this for the teachers. You're all
Well, we didn't have any kiddos this morning. They're even getting ready to finally get back to school, perhaps. But Peter and I had a wonderful lesson planned, which we will save for another Sunday. The Earth Care team, with Peter leading in the youth, have had lessons on including spirituality with caring for our earth. So I'll let Peter tell you a little bit about the lesson we are saving.
Well, I'm interested in what's happening with the kids program. Where it's going to be a four-pronged, not an attack, a four-pronged support, let's call it. And so, yeah, the Earth Care team will be part of that. And we're actually hoping, this is just a little foretaste, but we're hoping to be able to take Earth Care out into the community this year. So we're going to be talking about that and how far we can take it. Anyway, but now that Robin's not here, I'm going to be helping like every week. I've done it once a month, so I know I can be a helper. So I'll be helping.
Yes, thank you, Peter. If there is anyone else that's interested in becoming involved in the youth program, please speak to Catherine. She'll be here next week, and we want to continue the growth and all the energy that we've got going with our youth. So wherever they are, let's bless them right now. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers, and parents, you are loved, special, and important.
Thank you both. Thank you both. So, Healing Helpers, an individual prayer. Healing Helpers will be meeting in this corner here after service with PMH and Kevin. Buddy will be right down here for anyone who would like individual prayers. And next week, Reverend Catherine Klein will be back, and the topic is still to be determined by her. Thank yous. Thank you, all of you, for showing up here today, for, again, as I said at the beginning of the service, for braving the cold, frigid weather. You are the diehards, as Blair said in a text. The diehards. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the welcome team, Ellen, Denise, and Marlene. Thank you. Thank you to the sound team, Boyan, Greg, and Amy. Thank you so much. Blair Jones, our music director, Blue, Grace, and Johnny, our incredible Unity of Charlottesville band, our praise singers, Kevin, John, Karen, and Rhonda. And Rhonda wasn't that a beautiful solo, that last song? Beautiful, beautiful job. Yes. Oh, and me. Gosh. No. Gosh. And Terry, our guest speaker. You know, you're so much more than a guest speaker. You're just a speaker. You're a teacher. You're a master teacher. You're one of our master teachers. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. And with that, let's say our prayer of protection. Let's stand and say, share. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
bless you, and I behold the Christ in you. Be who you are. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.